up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 5 of the LBBA, where this week we're going to be going up against none other than Nico Ryan, coach of the Lilypool FC. Here are the teams. What? I have to pull it up really quickly because I'm doing a thing. I'm doing post-com, as you could tell, which I'll get into why in a second. But for now, let's go ahead and quickly break down the team. Obviously, this is a very, very scary team. I am terrified of Terra Comfey. Terra Comfey is there, and it is horrifying. I've known many people who have gotten swept by Terra Comfey. It is a very scary Terra captain. It is very hard to break, and it's going to be very hard for my team to break down specifically. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start playing. This is what we brought. I have Terra Fire, Diancie, and they have Terra Ground Comfey, and I don't have another Terra Cap, so yes. Terra Ground Comfey, Terra Fire, Diancie. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead with Terra Diancie here as my Terra, just so that way I can immediately fire it off, because I really like my Terra options here. Something to note about this team, it was built very last minute. I will go ahead and get into why in a bit. This is going to be pretty chill, playing some Glitch X City in the background. This is going to be pretty chill, the video, and you'll see why part of it as well as we get into the game, but, also kind of wanted to explain my thought process a little bit. I'll go ahead and talk about the sets that I have as well. We're bringing Standard Reuniclus with Magic Guard, Life Orb, Psychic Noise, Shadow Ball, Recover, Focus Blast. I didn't bring Sand. I'm trying to remember why I didn't bring Sand. I think I just didn't bring it because there's so many checks for Excadrill. It just didn't feel like a reliable bring. So, that's why. And then, also, I think also Hippowdon really struggled in this matchup, I felt. I think that was also a big reason, too. So, we're going to go ahead and see Rio. That is going to be the Scizor as the lead. This is, I think, what I was expecting the lead to be, if I remember correctly. So, I was like, this is fantastic. And I might as well go for it. So, just immediately Terrafire, and we're just living on a dream. This is max HP, max defense, almost max defense Diancie with a little bit of speed investment to outspeed. I believe it was the... just in case the Enamorous had a little bit of speed investment. Well, yeah, the self-explanatory set, store power, you know, obviously Calm Mind setup, all that fun stuff. Mandibuzz is Foul Play, Taunt, Roost, and Defog. It's Hazard Control, it's Taunt, so that way, hopefully, we can catch a Comfey off guard. And then Foul Play as well, you know, Rocky Helmet, all the fun things. Max HP, Max Defense. We've got Miracle Seed Superior with Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, Glare, and Synthesis. I didn't want to lock myself into a move, so this is max special attack, almost max speed. Just enough speed to outspeed, I believe it was the that was outspeed Latios, that's what it was. And then, let's see, we got False Hydra, the Dracology with Draco Meteor, Sludge Wave, Haze, and Flip Turn, Adaptability. You can see Scizor goes for U-Turn here. We are max HP, max special attack Dracology with Dragon Fang, just so that way we can hit things as hard as possible with Draco Meteors. And then Swish Swish, Choice Scarf, Rotom Wash with Discharge, Hydro Pump, Foul Play, and Volt Switch. Max speed, so that way we outspeed max speed. It was specifically for Scarf Hammerot is why that was there. So, yeah, that's the team breakdown. So, while we were watching all this play out, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about my mindset throughout this. So, obviously, I talked about a little bit about the team and stuff like that. So, part of the reason this is post-commentary, I built this team very last minute. I thought I had a team prepped. It was performance week for me. I was very low energy for this game as well, which is another reason. You can very clearly tell that in my commentary I was pretty low energy. So I was like, I don't really want to go for this. We ended up going for Draining Kiss here. I think the Draining Kiss, I was trying to be like, oh, I'm clearly going to go for Terra Blast. I'm going to catch a Hisuian Samurott on the Switch. I should have known that that was never going to happen. I should have just clicked Terra Blast. But we also have Store Power just in case we're able to set up on this thing. But obviously the chances of that happening were not very high. But anyways... So, yeah, I was very low energy. It was during Performance Week, and I thought that I had... Or, well, it was around the Performance Week. I can't remember if it was either the Performance Week or the after or before. I don't fully remember. It wasn't before. It was either during or after Performance Week. And, it was just a lot. I thought I already had a team prepped, and I realized I didn't. So, that was a bit rough. I thought I had a team prep that I didn't. I believe here I went for Focus Blast, predicting the Hisuian Samurott switch. We're going to see the Scizor comes back in on this Focus Blast. It's going to take a chunk from this Focus Blast. It's going to do a lot, except we miss, because of course we do. Great start. But yeah, no, I've had not great luck landing my moves recently. A little bit of spoiler for the weeks to come, but yeah, it's not the first time and it won't be the last time I miss a move in this league. But, you know, that's the price that comes with inaccurate moves. You know, you're going to run the chance of missing. But anyways, let's see. I need to clear my nose for a second. I apologize. Yeah. So, I'm low energy for the performance week, low energy from the last minute build. I thought I had a team built and I didn't, so that's completely on me for the record. Shoutouts to Nico, by the way, for going an hour later than planned because I needed time to prep. So, shoutouts to Nico for that. Obviously, we get knocked off. I was hoping we wouldn't, but, you know, it ended up happening. So I was like, well, that sucks. So, we're going to go for a flip turn here to pivot. We also have Haze specifically for the Comfey as well. So this thing is basically meant to check Comfey. Although I wasn't expecting Terra Ground, so it will be like that. But anyways, the other final reason why I was a bit more low energy, and I could tell in my commentary, was that I had recently suffered a pretty brutal loss. It was a loss that cost me playoffs. And maybe you'll see that game eventually. Who knows? You will. It's for MGL. I think I can go ahead and say that. MGL video has not gone up yet, but I will be getting that up relatively soon. And I literally lost by 1 differential. Had I gotten 1 extra differential point, I would have made playoffs. So I was still recovering from that. And actually, fun fact, Nico was the one that got in above me. So that was the other thing too. Nico got in above me. So I was also hoping for revenge. But yeah, so I suffered a bad loss in the MGL that ended up costing me my playoffs position, and I was really crushed about that. So it do be like that. We go for Defog here, obviously, to get rid of the rocks that the whatchamacallit set up, the Clodsire. I realize I never even talked about that. But yeah, hazards are going to be a massive issue in this game, as you can tell. So that's never fun, but it do be like that. But yeah, so I just suffered a bad loss, and that was still getting to me a little bit, so my commentary is a little bit off, you know. So in general, it's just like, I felt like my commentary wasn't suitable for a video that you guys would enjoy. And that's like a big thing for me as well. A big reason why I edit my videos down is so that way they're more enjoyable for you guys. I know they're not perfect edits and every now and then and stuff like that. Sometimes the cuts are a little bit weird, but I, you know, as a result of me trying to like rush the videos out, but a big reason why I cut down my videos is because I want to be able to give you guys something that you guys will enjoy. And I feel like, you know, sometimes when I'm like super salty or when I'm like super, you know, not in the game, you can tell in my commentary, and it's like, I don't want to watch that, you know. So I figured this would be just better in post commentary. That's also part of the reason why I end up not getting this video out sooner as well, just purely because I needed to sit down and do the post commentary. Fun fact, it's like almost midnight my time. My girlfriend is out currently, but that's why I feel comfortable recording this late. But literally, like, it's come down to I just need to get it done. So that's another reason why we're here as well. This is probably going to be mostly me talking about the game now at this point, but this is just to give you some insight as to, you know, why this video took so long to come out, why this is post commentary and all that fun stuff. Yeah. Also, I'll talk a little bit about why I haven't been uploading recently as well, just in case for those who are interested. I won't go into huge detail about it. Obviously, the Slack Press is scary with the Mandibuzz. I'm taking a big risk by going for Roost here, but I'm like, hey, you're probably going to hit me with an Ice Move. I'm going to Roost up the damage, and I'm going to be able to eat it. And I also want to see what type of set this is. I want to see if this is Dragon Dance. I want to see if this is, like, a specially invested set. You know, we see Rain Dance, which, by the way, this is super heat tech. This Lapras was fire. It was so cool. And I can't wait for you guys to actually see it pop off. Sorry. I go to Rotom here, obviously. It's about here I started saying I wish I was Trick. Specifically for the Comfey, who would have thunk. But, anyways, we see Freeze right here, really well read by my opponent, although, or well, Great Bring, I should say. And we see that it's Life Orb, so very glad that I had investment in this for, I believe I had HP investment in this, and that really came into matter, and you can tell I'm like, oh, I was not expecting this to do this much damage, whoops. But, anyways, sorry about that. But, yeah. So back to what I was talking about before, obviously my schedule's been a little bit more, it's been more free overall, but part of the reason I haven't been uploading is, one, I'm going to be moving. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. There's going to be an update video coming in the future, next few weeks from now, at some point. I don't know exactly when, but there will be an update video going over a bit more details about stuff. But basically, I'm moving for another job opportunity, and it's stressful. I won't go into details now about what that is, but if you imagine moving, you know what it's. If you've moved before, you know how stressful it can be. Especially when it comes to, like, work-related purposes, and, you know, you have to quickly find a place. Let's see, I ended up clicking Volt Switch here, because I'm like, you know, I might as well click it. I was worried about Clodsire switching in, but I was like, I just need to click the Volt Switch button, and I'm glad I did now, because I just ended up chunking this thing for massive damage. If I clicked Discharge, it might have killed, but I don't think so. And then I just go into Dragology to sack, expecting a KO, and I'm sure that's what's going to come up here. So, we end up seeing from them it is just another Freeze Dry, yeah. So, Freeze Dry, bada bing, bada boom. I don't have an Ice type switch in. I knew Lapras was going to be a threat if it came, and sure enough it came. I wasn't expecting this set. It was really good. But, anyways, back to what I was talking about before. Basically, I just, Blythe's been, you know, figuring that out. There's also other reasons too, but I'll get into that in the update video. But yeah, so there was that going on. Obviously, again, just needing to sit down. I've also been putting a lot of focus into my main channel. This is also going to be mentioned more in the update video, but I'm putting a lot of focus on my main channel this summer. So, and it's been great, honestly. The main channel's actually been doing pretty decently. I uploaded 2 videos, I think, since the performance weeks. Maybe 3. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 off the top of my head. I think it was just 2. But I uploaded a Soul Sesto video and I uploaded a Dyson Million video. As of the time of me recording this, the Dyson Million video has gotten me, like, 14 subscribers. And, like, I have passed 480. I went from 466 to 481. And, as of the time of recording this. And that video has, like, almost 2.5 thousand views. So, I could have said 2.5k, but you get my point. A lot of views, basically, for my channel. It's just unheard of. So, I was very, very happy about that. Fun fact, this Reuniclus set is specifically the reason, Clodsire is specifically the reason I brought this Reuniclus set. I brought it because, you know, Life Orb damage and also Magic Guard, because I was worried about Toxic. So, we also have Psychic Noise just in case they tried to do recover shenanigans on anybody. So, yeah, there's that too. Basically, this thing is meant to hit like a truck. But anyways, back to my story a little bit. Overall, I guess that's kind of it. I've been putting a lot of focus on my main channel, and I'm really glad I have to, because I'm really proud of the content that I have uploaded recently on my main channel. I also have, like, several video ideas. By the time, I'm going to be actually uploading the update video around the same time that I upload a Pokemon Champions related video on the main channel, and I'm really hoping that the Pokemon Champions video does well. I think it will. I think it has a very good chance of doing well. Fun fact, if we had landed that Focus Blast earlier, I think the Scizor might have just died by this point. So, a little bit upsetting that I missed that Focus Blast earlier, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and go into it now, right here, right now. Bada bing, bada boom, love to see it, baby. We're gonna see a U-turn, bada bing, bada boom. It definitely would have died if, yeah, the Focus Blast would have absolutely killed it at this point. So it's upsetting that the Scizor is still alive, but that's besides the point. Anyways, yeah. Trying to think what else. I guess that's pretty much it, at least updating everybody right now on this. So I guess let's go ahead and talk about the game. So, obviously at this point in the game, the Lapras took me off guard completely. I was very surprised by the Lapras bring, or well, the Lapras set, I should say. You know, nearly one-shotting Rotom Wash. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of damage. And then, you know, Clodsire is putting in work with the rocks. I knew rocks were going to be an issue, especially if I didn't bring boots on Mandibuzz. In hindsight, I think I should have brought boots on Mandibuzz, especially because I didn't bring Rapid Spin Excadrill. So that was a pretty major mistake by me, I think. Again, no disrespect. I mean this, not to disrespect my opponent, obviously. My opponent played this so insanely well. I just didn't prep enough, and you'll see here in a second, the Terra Comfey's on the field. I think we might know where this is going, because look at my team currently. Look at my team. You might notice something. you might notice something about the team that I didn't take into account when rushing my prep. And that is, Taunt. First off, I forgot this thing got Taunt, and I was like, oh, that's upsetting. I forgot this thing got Taunt. I think I lose. And, yeah, you'll see that I have a bunch of special attackers. No physical attackers, though. I have a bunch of special attackers. and I can't use Taunt myself now, so this Comfey can just freely set up in my face, and I think we all know where this is going. I'm going to get 6-0'd because of a Comfey. And, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. This is also the other reason why I've been putting off this video, because I did not want to relive this. It's funny now, but, you know, it was like, oh crap. Also, I'm pretty sure this thing was Covert Cloak as well, so shoutouts to Nico Ryan for also knowing the Covert Cloak tech, because you can see here, I go for Psychic Noise, and we'll see that the healing thing doesn't trigger, I'm pretty sure anyways. Or well, maybe not, I'm not sure. Well, regardless, we'll talk about it afterwards. I'm actually curious to see now if they were Covert. I think they were, if I remember correctly. We're gonna see that, yeah, it's Covert Cloak. So, fun fact, Covert Cloak can block Psychic Noise. It's terrifying. But yeah, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore. We lose to this set. Like, we lose to Comfey here. We get 6-0'd by Terra Comfey. I mean, it's not 6-0'd, it's technically 5-0'd, but, you know, we don't knock out a single Pokemon. And at this point, I'm like, well, I think I lose. I have to hope for a crit. So, spoiler alert, again, we don't get the crit. But, yeah, because of my rush with building the team, because, again, my fault fully, I should have prepped the team. I thought I did, but I didn't. Because I was rushing, I didn't realize that I didn't have a check for setup Comfey. I thought I had enough with taunts and, you know, scarves and stuff like that, glare. You know, I thought I had enough checks, but very clearly I did not. Very clearly, I did not have enough checks for this Pokemon. Here you can tell I'm hoping for a crit, and that's all I can do at this point. Like, literally all I can do is hope for a crit. It's not even doing that much damage to me. You saw how much damage it did to Reuniclus. Not even half, even though it's set up to, I think, +3 at this point. But, you know, there's nothing that I can do to break it, purely because of the fact that, unfortunately, I don't have a physical attacker. And again, that's fully on me. I should have brought a physical attacker into this set. That is absolutely my fault. Nico Ryan played this stellarly. He prepped stellarly, he played stellarly, and I don't want to knock that discredit from them. Absolutely stellarly played by Nico Ryan. Please be sure to check them out down in the description below, as well as their side of the battle if they do upload. I think a couple people aren't uploading this league, but I'm pretty sure Nico Ryan is. But yeah, so this is also the big reason why I wanted to do post-com. I was after the big loss in the playoffs and then this game on top of that, I was crushed. I was not feeling it at all. So that's part of the reason as well, you know, why it's taking me so long to do post-commentary. It's why it's taking me so long to actually get this video out to you guys. It's why I haven't gotten it out before now. We're going to see that they Terra Ground here, and they're going to Terra Blast me in the face, you know. And it's like, well, okay, there's nothing much I can do about that. But, yeah. Again, really well played to my opponent. Absolutely stellarly played. I did not think about this thing getting taunt. I should have, quite frankly. I really should have thought about this thing getting taunt. And I didn't, and that's on me. So, oopsie daisy. We're going to see that we actually, yeah, we died to the Terra Blast. I couldn't remember if we lived that or not, but it was like, it was Terra Blast from Terra Ground, super effective. It wasn't going to live. But yeah, so I was very clearly out of it by this point. I thought that I would have enough checks for everything. I thought I would be able to stop Terra Comfey before it popped off, and unfortunately, it's going to reveal that that's not the case. I think here it's like my one chance. I need to hope for a crit, basically, here at this point. This turn is a little bit interesting. I know I already spoiled it, but this turn's a little bit interesting. I'm pretty sure because I think if I got a crit, then I could have pulled it back. I was hoping to get Superior in a position to where I could threaten a KO with Comfey. And unfortunately, you're going to see that, you know, again, that doesn't happen. But yeah, we see Drain Kiss here, bada bing, bada boom. We live, we actually tank too, which is crazy. Again, this thing is set up quite a bit. So it's like, man, we land Leaf Storm, which is great. So thank goodness for that. And we actually do a lot of damage to this. Like, if we get a crit, low-key, like, we can, I mean, we can't reverse sweep because of Clodsire being there, but I go for Synthesis here. I think here I should have gone for another Leaf Storm. I was hoping here that they would get greedy and try to go for the kill, I think. So I was trying to, like, outstall them. Realistically, what I should have done there, this was a throw on my end. I should have just gone for another attack. There was no reason for me to not, you know, go for another Leaf Storm. Like, Superior was dying here regardless. That was a throw on my end as well. So, again, I didn't play the best. I was flustered after this because I realized I was losing to Terra Comfey, and I did not play around it to the best of my ability. I guess I was thinking like, oh, maybe they'll go for a Calm Mind, or maybe they'll do this. I don't know, you know, kind of thing. Because I was like, well, if they go for Calm Mind, then, you know, realistically, it's like, I outspeed. They don't have priority on Calm Mind. So that was a big misplay on that part. But they did think about it a lot. They did really think about it a lot. And you're going to see that they recovered basically back up to full. And, yeah, again, my one shot of beating this was basically a crit. And Superior is not going to be able to do it, unfortunately. We are at +2, but... you know, at this point, it's like, well, I don't think there's anything I can do. I can't remember what I do here. I think I go for another Leaf Storm because I realized, like, oh, I don't think I'm going to live. There's a chance I don't live another one, which is the other thing, too. I think it was very much a roll. I don't switch out here, I don't think. I'm going to actually... Oh, wait, no, I do. Why do I switch out here? I think... Oh, why do I switch out here? I think because I didn't want to risk Superior dying. Yeah, again, you can tell I was flustered here. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through the rest of this. There's no reason for us to keep here. They knock out Rotom. They knock out Mandibuzz, obviously. Oh, Mandibuzz lives! Dude, Mandibuzz lived, which is crazy. Oh, I think I also let Superior... Did I let Superior? No, I didn't. But we can go for the foul play. Boom! Does a small chunk of damage. Like, dude, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, dude. Eventually Superior comes in. I'm like, oh, we died to the Draining Kiss here, and then Reuniclus dies. Yeah. So we end up losing the game 6-0, unfortunately, as you can see. I think the reason that Comfey's HP got so low, I remember now, is because I was trying to switch around and like bait with Rocky Helmet's ship and stuff like that. Like, I think after Rotom died, honestly, I don't even remember. But you get my point. Like, I lose here, so it is what it is. But yeah, that was the game. I'm sorry that, again, this is post-commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed this regardless. I'm not editing this down at all, I don't think. I think I'm just going to let this be. I'm going to render it out so that way it gets out to you guys. The rest of the videos will be edited down. Battles 6, 7, and 8. I'm not going to spoil whether we make playoffs or not. Believe it or not, because our previous games were so good differential-wise, we still have a chance to make playoffs as long as we really lock in. So, just because we lost this game 6-0, 0-6, does not mean we are out of playoffs by any means. But we do have to really lock in for the rest of the league. So, be looking forward to that. Those videos will be coming out the rest of this week as well. And stay tuned for an update video coming out relatively soon. I'm also going to get MGL Week 8 uploaded as soon as possible, so that way you guys can see the destruction that happened there. And, yeah. I think that will go ahead and do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Also, be sure to check out my opponent down in the description below once again, and their side of the battle. I cannot recommend it enough, obviously. Who doesn't love seeing a 6-0 sweep? And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed my little update here. Again, an actual update video will be coming very soon. But yeah, I'm just repeating points at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!